So you want to be rich, buy fancy sports cars, own a mansion, or maybe even travel the world and have the freedom to do whatever you want. Well, let me tell you how, but first, this video is sponsored by nobody. So please like and subscribe. Would you rather have $10 million at 26 or $100 million at 80? If you picked the second option, congratulations, you picked the slow lane. Waiting until old age to get rich. However, if you picked $10 million at 26, you've picked the fast lane. But what's the difference? The slow lane is the safe route to making money. Go to college, get a job, make enough to pay the bills, live frugally, and invest the rest in the stock market. Then when you finally retire at 67, you can enjoy life. But here's the problem, at 67 you're most likely not in the best shape of your life. Meaning you might not even be able to travel the world like you dreamed in your 20s and 30s. This is the roadmap most people's parents push them down because it's the safer option, and probably the route they took. But if you want to get rich quick, you need to move to the fast lane. Some people say you can't get rich quick. Is it just a scam drop shipping gurus sell you to make money? Well, there's a difference between getting rich quick and getting rich easy. Getting rich quick is very possible, especially with modern businesses online. But it's impossible to get rich easy. Money won't just appear out of thin air without any hard work. Also keep in mind that quick is 10 years, it won't be a one-day thing. But this is still pretty quick considering if you invested $500 each year in the S&P 500, it would take 34 years to become a millionaire. And with the way inflation is at the moment, $1 million isn't even that much in today's economy.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
Definitely not enough to live the dreamy lifestyle of fancy cars and big mansions. So how do you move to the fast lane? How do you get a lot of money quickly? Money doesn't just grow on trees, right? Well, it does if you own a money tree. A money tree is a business system that survives on its own, and while they need some work every once in a while, they basically make you passive income. In essence, it's something you create once and then it could be sold many more times without any extra work. Everyone's heard about investing in dividend stocks before, but this is even better. I know you'll want some examples, so here's 4. 1. Rental systems. Buying something once, a house for example, and then renting it out to tenants for years and years with very little work from yourself. Maybe a little maintenance and upkeep, but very passive. Rental systems are a genius business model, shown by the fact that almost all wealthy people own real estate. The problem with this business model is that you need a lot of capital to get started. And chances are, since you're watching this video, you don't have a spare couple $1 million lying around to buy some commercial real estate to rent out. 2. Software systems. SaaS, or software as a service, is another great business model. After you've made a software once, it can be sold again and again without any extra work. Look at Adobe. Photoshop was made in 1987 and it's still being sold to this day. Another example of this is Spotify. They could also be classed as a middleman. Most of these types of businesses are subscription-based to cover server and maintenance costs, making them extremely profitable, as once a customer buys, the business get paid monthly. 3. Content systems. Creating content is another type of business that is growing more and more popular. This includes everything from books to course to podcasts, and maybe even the content your favorite YouTuber makes. Similar to software, this is something you make once and can be watched by people over and over again, making you passive income. 4. Be the middleman. This is another genius business model used by some of the largest businesses in the world. These types of businesses don't actually own anything themselves. They simply connect the buyer to the seller. Look at Airbnb, they don't actually own any houses, yet they own no houses. Then they take a percentage as a fee. Just look at Jeff Bezos, he's just a middleman between manufacturers and customers. Think of each of these businesses as a branch on your money tree. You write a book, that's one branch. You make a YouTube video, that's another branch. All of a sudden you've got a tree with so many branches that you can live off the money that grows on it. All while you still have time to work on other things. This would have a much higher and, more importantly, quicker return than just working more 9 to 5 hours and investing in the S&P 500. So here is my question for you. Would you spend the next 10 years growing your money tree if you could be financially free for the rest of your life? If you're still watching, Thank you so much, and if you enjoyed, please drop a like. The principles in this video are from the book, The Millionaire Fastlane, by MJ DeMarco. The link to this book is in the description. Like I said at the start of this video is not sponsored and the link is not an affiliate link. I just really loved this book and wanted to share what I learned. If you are genuinely interested in business, investing and self-improvement, please consider subscribing as there's much more of this content to come. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I hope you have a great day.